Hello everybody, Sage here. I wanted to do a video on Chris Watts' past lives and see what we can tap into about that. Um, of course, it's all alleged, my opinion, not facts. Um, and I'm using the Marie Lenormand Bluebird deck and the Grand Tableau layout. So these are brand new cards. My other ones finally wore out. So they're a little bit stiff, but yeah, let's see what we can see. And sorry I haven't been around this last week. In Alaska here, this is the time when we get really good fresh fruit and veggies, and so I have this great big huge dehydrator, and I like to dehydrate my fruits and veggies for the winter, and also can. And so I've been doing that as well as I finally remodeled my bathroom. So anyway, I've been busy, but I'm back now. Let's see what we can see. And I did shuffle a little bit before I began this video. This will be interesting. All right. This one's. Oh, so far, no, this does not look good. And again, I do not do reversed cards. I read cards in patterns, up, down, sideways. It eliminates the need for reverse cards for me. Just how I do it. Mm. Okay. All right. So something's coming at him quickly. I'm just going to read the cards as how I see them, and then what ends up happening is I start it like opens up a channeling. I'm able to see like pictures and little reels of movies, and you know, um, so let's just see what we're going to see here at first for just from the cards. And I just want to verify this is about Chris Watts. So what I see here, in the first row is not so good. And usually the first row is something that's coming more quickly than the others. So this is something that's going to happen sooner rather than later, the first row. The Cavalier is something that's coming at you quickly. The Robber Mice is something that's taking away your treasure, something that's taken away happiness. The key is, I would like to say karma in this instance, and the birch rod is strife and beating yourself up. The coffin is that's about endings and new beginnings, but also about, I don't know if I can say it on YouTube, unaliving. The sun is next to the book, and in between the coffin and the book, which it kind of means something to the effect of reaching for things that are unattainable and getting burnt. So, and this is pretty much what happened, right? I mean, he was going for Nicole Kessinger and thinking he could, they could get away with what they did. So anyway, the book is about hidden information, and the crossroads is there could have been two outcomes to this. Um, or there was a path that he had taken that was not meant to be taken. That's how I interpret that. And there's a gentleman and there's a lady, and this happened. Um, okay, this is kind of sad. So there's a lady, which I'm going to interpret as Shanann. There's the lilies. She was a gift. He's turning his back on the gift. Um, she's turning away from the lilies, which is peace and tranquility. It was disrupted. It was taken from her. The stars means someone that has passed over to the other side. And then the bird is that has a lot to do with. We'll get into this more. Let's see here. It connects the child with the lady, so that is definitely children. The children are looking at the cross, which is sadness. Hmm. Oh, I see. Okay, this is where the birds come in. So diagonally, something's coming at it. Diagonally, we got the cavalier, the gentleman, the birds, the tree, and the clouds. So the cavalier is something coming at him quickly. Birds meaning information, news coming at him regarding the tree is about health and about life, and clouds, which is doubt, and the clouds is underneath the tower, which is the prison. So there's news coming at him, which I think I've already established before in another reading, that there's going to be some kind of changes for him, and it's probably not going to go too well for him. So it is what it is. So anyway, yeah, this is definitely an affirmation that this is about Chris Watts. Um, so let's see here. As I was doing the reading, there were little flashes of things, and there was uh, so what I see is, okay, most of us, as you know, as we all know, it's not like we've always all of us have come from someone that was famous, right? I mean, it doesn't always happen that way. It hardly ever does, really. Our past lives, um, we're here to learn, and it doesn't necessarily entail being famous, right? And I especially see things like um, being um, see him as a fisherman. Um, I see him like working for a blacksmith at one point, a farmer. Um, Nothing too. Um, if if I feel, so as I'm doing it, I also feel feelings, and I feel like these lives were like a failure for his spirit, because he's not learning what he should have been learning during these lives that he's been living. So he's been failing over and over again. And boy, did he fail at this one. This was a big doozy, this life for him. But, um, it all boils down to, it's like a lack of motivation for him, lack of motivation, lack of really trying. He's in a low vibration. His soul is a very low vibrational soul, and it's very difficult for him to pull out of that vibration. Um, yeah, it's I hear like in little snippets, I see like past relationships that have not worked out, abandoning families because he just couldn't deal. Um, just real sluggish energy, not very good, happy energy. Now his last life, it feels like it was like in the 1940s and 50s because I see him like with slicked back hair, sunglasses, um, wrenching. He's like a mechanic, but he was definitely not a mechanic that was, well, he wasn't a very honest person in that last life. Um, yeah, lazy. Oh, I got chills. Very lazy, very lazy. Promising himself, his spirit self, that he wants to come here to learn something, but he only wants to learn the like the pleasurable side to life. He doesn't want, but it backfires on him every time. Yeah. And I gotta tell you guys, this life, what has happened in this life has brought his soul vibration level down even further. So, ugh, yeah. You know, um, guys, once he passes on to the other side, ugh, payment, his payment to the darkness he helped create will become due. And you guys, I see, well, first of all, I get very nauseous and I see this dark, like swirling void. Um, I can't look too much. It's heavy feeling. It's very thick. It's like a tar, right? It feels like a tar pool just swirling. And oh, I don't know if I really want to go further with this. Um, I can tell you one thing, you guys. Whatever he's trying to do in prison in order to save his soul isn't going to work. He agreed to something he should not have agreed to. Ugh. And that thing that's waiting for him in prison, that thing is 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 waiting. It's waiting. Um, have you guys ever heard of? I'm gonna get really weird on you. Have you ever heard of what's called jumpers? Um, it's where, okay, it's where you let me give you an example. Um, everybody's been hearing more and more about. I'm going to get off a little off topic a little bit here. Everybody's, you've been hearing more and more about how uh, people have been doing things that they normally wouldn't be doing, right? And mm, these jumpers, it's like trying to simplify it here and verbalize it so everybody understands. A jumper is either a dark spirit or an evil entity that will jump into someone in their human, into their human form and create havoc and mayhem and do as much damage as they possibly can. Um, for instance, you've heard of some criminals, they'll say, I don't know, they'll say, I don't know what had come over me. It's like I watched myself do this and I had no control over my body, blah, blah, blah. Well, that is something that Chris Watts had agreed to do for something like that to happen with him, right? But I feel like once he's gone to the other side, that his payment is going to be to like be a jumper. It sounds really weird. I'm so sorry, you guys, but that's what I'm seeing, and it sounds so bizarre. I don't I don't know, but um, jumpers are really scary. It's like how to avoid that. I probably should tell you guys before I in this video. So how to avoid jumpers. Jumpers like alcoholics and drug addicts. They like those types of people because they're weak. They're weak minded at that time, right? Um, but let's say you're an alcoholic and you quit drinking. Um, that makes it so as you're safer. It's like they're not going to bother you then. It's like in the heat of it. It's like when you're drunk all the time and or or you're high all the time, that makes you very vulnerable, as well as the fact pair it with, the deadly sins. So that really attracts those things. Now, yeah, I don't know too many mediums that have they know the consequences of alcohol and all that other stuff, the bad stuff. And I don't know too many mediums that have that problem because of they know what they can see what's waiting, right? Um, I had one friend, I went to, I was younger, it was my youth, and I just moved to Alaska. And she's all like, "Come on, let's go to this tavern." I was like, "All right, whatever." I'm not usually one that likes to go to those places, never have, but she drugged me along, and I instantly felt uncomfortable in that place, and I did not feel safe. I did not feel safe at all. I did not feel right at all. Um, they like to frequent those types of places to attack. And anyway, um, that's a jumper, you know. So anyway, if you have any questions about that, or if you want me to do a more detailed video about jumpers and that kind of thing, I'll do it. Let me know and ask me questions, whatever. But yeah, just, you know, um, yeah, I really feel I'm stuttering all over myself. Sorry, you guys, but it's really disturbing. I don't like seeing that darkness, but uh, he doesn't have a very good outcome when Chris Watts passes. It's very disturbing, and in my opinion, he deserves everything that he's going to get for that, because he made his bed, and he's definitely going to lay in it, right? All right. So anyway, okay, thanks everybody for joining me. Um, don't forget we have the July contest going on for a free reading, and you find the July contest video, and in the comments section you put your number choice. You only get one choice. Make sure it's not a number choice that someone else has already had taken up, and you have to be a subscriber. So anyway, like, share, subscribe, and all right, well, sage out everybody.